friends, welcome to NetTalks Tamil.
Today we are going to discuss about DHCP Relay Lab. DHCP Relay, already we have discussed the theory part. If you have the doubt about the DHCP Relay concept, please go through my previous video. Now in this lab, we are adding one core switch. In core switch only we are going to create all of the gateways for a DHCP server, and then two user VLANs. All those steps we will be creating in our core switch. And then let us bring on DHCP server where we are going to enable that is a server where we are going to enable a DHCP services. Now let me add one L2 switch. We are going to follow this scenario only what I have shown in my previous videos. Let me add a PCs. We are going to configure that two VLANs for the user, the two PCs we have added. Now let us do the connectivity for our PCs to L2 switch. Now let us do the connectivity for core switch to L2 switch. Now let me save this file, otherwise if anything happens again we need to do rework. Always better to save this. Now let's put the naming conversion for each PCs, all those things. Now this PC0 I'm going to assign a VLAN 30 for this PC. We will not assign the IPs to the PC. Okay, the PC is supposed to take IP from 30.30.30.x/24. For that we will do the DHCP configuration. Now this PC1 also should be part of VLAN 30. It also should take a IP of 30.30.30.x/24. See, again I am reiterating why the DHCP relay is required. See, wherever the DHCP server is not in the same LAN, okay, then we need to use the DHCP relay. Okay, if I am keeping a DHCP relay in every LAN, then how much DHCP server I need to keep in the real time scenario? Okay, in the organization if you take okay, there will be plenty of VLANs. Okay, if I am creating one DHCP server for one VLAN, it will be huge investment. So we will keep a centralized DHCP server for all the VLANs will communicate to the DHCP relay that server, then it will take a IP. So whatever the L3 device is there, that will act as a relay agent. Okay, it will be communicating from that VLAN to that switch, from that switch to DHCP server. It will happen the same DORA process. Now here we are creating a dedicated DHCP server with the different VLAN itself. Okay, now all our user VLANs will be communicating to the DHCP server through our L3 switch. In L3 switch, we need to enable one single liner command that I am going to demonstrate in this lab. Now let me, what are the VLAN 30, we will configure a gateway in L3 switch, that is which is a switch virtual interface. We can call it as a L3 VLAN. 30.30.30.1 for VLAN 30, VLAN 40 is for 40.40.40.1, and then VLAN 10 which we are going to use for the server. Okay, that is a gateway is a 10.10.10.1. Okay, for the server we are going to assign a IP, okay, statically, okay, 10.10.10.10 that we need to assign manually. The server DHCP server we cannot assign a DHCP IP, it will not take it. We have to assign a IP manually, then only it will communicate to the rest of the DHCP clients. Server always, for the DHCP server always we should assign a IPs. Now let me power on the core switch here. Oh, this is we need to add this power supply into that switch. Okay, let me add here. We need to drag and put into that blank space. Yes, we have added both the power supplies. The power supply is added. Now switch is booting up. Let's complete this booting. Now let us do the configuration. The VLAN 10 name we'll use as server. Okay, for that server we are using the VLAN 10, and then VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. VLAN 30 we will use it for sales team, and then VLAN 40 for HR team. Total we have created 3 VLAN here. We have created a 3 VLAN. Now let us do the configuration for the host name for our easier identification. This is a core switch, right? I named it as a core switch. Now we are creating a L3 VLAN, which is a SVA switch virtual interface. For that we are assigning IP address interface VLAN 10 IP address 10.10.10.1 255.255.250. No shit. And then VLAN 30 interface VLAN 30 and 40 we need to create. Now let us create a 40 IP address 40.40.40.1 255.255.255.0. Now VLAN 30 interface VLAN 30 IP address 30.30.30.1. Now let us verify whether IPs are configured properly. Show IP interface brief. Now all the 3 SVA we have assigned IPs. Okay, now we will enable a trunk port between this L2 switch and L3 switch. Before that, in L2 switch we will configure a host name, and then we need to configure a VLANs, and then we need to enable a respective PCs into the particular VLAN. FA0/5 switch port mode trunk, which is the connectivity between L2 switch and my core switch. Now I am creating a VLAN 10K. Anyhow, the VLAN 10 we are not going to use here. Okay, as a practice we'll create here. VLAN 10 is created. I am not given a name. Okay, VLAN 30 and VLAN 40 we need to create here. VLAN 30 name sales team. What we configure the core switch for this VLAN 30 is, let me cross verify whether the sales is configured or HR team is configured. Okay, VLAN 30 is sales team. Name sales team. Now VLAN 40, which is HR team. Now we have configured all the VLANs in the L2 switch. Now we need to enable access port into respective PCs based on the VLAN numbers. FA0/1, which is part of VLAN 30. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 30. Now the same configuration we need to apply for FA0/2 as well. Now FA0/3 and 4 will be part of VLAN 40. Now all the ports we have configured with the VLAN assignment. Now we have configured the L2 VLANs and L3 VLANs in core switch. Now we need to configure that server port. We need to enable as a respective VLAN 10. The DHCP server which is connected, okay, that is part of VLAN 10 that we need to assign. Config T interface GI1/0/1. I should be configured as a trunk which is connected to FA0/5, which is a L2 switch that I have configured the trunk now. Let me, yes, now trunk port has configured. Meanwhile, let me assign IP address to my DHCP server. Ten dot 255.255.255.0. 10.10.10.1. See, the whatever the DHCP server we are using here, okay, it will not be same kind of simulation will be available in real time scenario. In the real time scenario, it will be completely different. Okay, this lab purposefully we have created for a DHCP relay. Okay, in real time, if you are doing, okay, I am not able to ping the IP. Okay, I have not enabled the access port in the core switch for which is connected to DHCP server. Let me enable a access port. I have enabled the access port now. It's supposed to ping. Oh, still it's orange symbol. Let's wait for a moment. The GAE1/0/2 is still orange. Let's wait. Okay, now it's pinging. Okay, now in this L3 switch we need to enable a routing. Otherwise, by default routing will not work. We need to enable a routing. Now let us configure the DHCP scope. First scope I am configuring for the VLAN 30. The gateway should be 30.30.30.1, which we have created in L3 switch. Starting address I am assigning as a 30.30.30.1. Sorry, 10 from 10 will start, and then subnet mask 255.255.0 same. Okay, we have configured now. Okay, let us do for VLAN 40 as well. Same. See, but in real time, okay, configuring DHCP server, it will be completely different. Okay, this is only for network aspect I'm showing here. If I get the chances, okay, I will show the how to set up a in real time scenario with the DHCP server with Windows. I'll show that. Now this both we have added VLAN 30 and 40. The concept remains same, okay, but only the GUI perspective will get changed in the real time for the server configuration. Now both the scopes have configured. I have assigned the DNS IP as well. Now see here, still it is requesting for IP, but it will not be taken. It will go for the APIPA. Why still we have not enabled the DHCP relay in core switch? I need to enable a DHCP relay in core switch, then only this configuration will work. Let me do. Before enabling, I want to show all of the PCs are not getting IP. It is going to the APIPA. All of the PCs are going with APIPA. Now we are going to enable DHCP relay in under the SVI. Let us do this. IP helper address interface VLAN 10, so 30, and then IP helper address. What is my DHCP server? Whenever the traffic broadcast traffic coming to this VLAN 30, it will be seeking the help of the DHCP server 10.10.10. That's what we are mentioning in the command line. Helper address is routed the traffic to whatever the request is coming. This switch will route to the particular DHCP server. Now we have enabled the DHCP relay in a core switch. That is a one single command, IP helper address particular DHCP server. The DHCP server should be reachable from core switch. That is a prerequisite. It should have a open the port 67 and 68. It should be allowed. Here there is no firewall in between our core switch to DHCP server, so will not be get blocked. If is there any firewall or any access list is applied, so we need to ensure port 67 and 68 is enabled. Now all the configurations are completed. Let us check in the PC. IP is getting assigned. Now for PC3, 40.40.10 is assigned. Let me ping IP config. Okay, IP is there. Okay, let me ping the gateway from here. 40.40.40.1. Yes, we could able to reach. Now we have successfully assigned the IP through the DHCP. Let's verify in all the PCs. Go to the command prompt. Okay, DHCP IP is assigned. From 10 it started assigning it. 10, 11 like that started. Okay, success. And then go to the command prompt. IP config. Let us verify in CLA as well. And then ping 40.40.40.1. It's pinging. Wonderful. Config, we have configured the DNS IP also, right? Okay, DNS is also showing it now. Everything is fine. Okay, let me verify in the PC 30 VLAN 30 PCs as well. IP config. See, IP config the command to verify the IP address in the PCs. Ping. Okay, let me ping the gateway. Gateway is pinging. It looks fine. Okay, PC1 also we are verifying it. That also looks fine. Okay, now all the 4 PCs are working fine without any issues. Now we have successfully completed our DHCP Relay Lab. Thanks for watching NetTalks Tamil. Please like it, share it. If you have any doubt, please drop in comment box. It will be addressed in upcoming videos.